Well, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. I really thought it was spring. I thought we were done with winter weather, but we got rain for the week, it looks like, in San Diego. Oh, hi, good morning. I didn't see you there. Welcome to Love Morning. Good morning. This is a daily practice of recalibration and trying to set our sails in the direction of kindness and connection and gratitude. So we share some gratitude. Love to hear what you are grateful for. And some days this is just like, this is the way the world is. And some days it's surreal. It takes some real inner maneuvering for me to get in this headspace. Today, I've actually been on a good start to this day, at least in terms of like in my practice. And I'll get to that in a second. But first, I need to start with a song because that's what I do. I'm wondering, should I start with, I got to keep starting with the song, right? Yeah. It's like Mr. Rogers putting his cardigan on. Would you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you be my gratitude friend? Won't you be the person that shares what's in your heart at the end? Won't you be a part of this love morning? Won't you be a part of this day? Won't you sit for a moment with me and listen to what I have to say? It's about gratitude, and if you're with me, you'll lift your attitude, and if we all get together, it will be so nice. I've said it once, I've said it. Now I've said it twice. Good morning. Welcome to Love Morning. I think I need to get out more. I think I need to be around people. I was realizing, I'm going to get to be social at 9 o'clock. And maybe I should be social more often. Maybe I should be out in the world more. So thank you for letting me be out in the world. Good morning, Christopher. Christopher's got some gratitude for us. Weirdly TMI, but grateful that they took the catheter out of my dad as it caused distress. Hey, I won't tell the details that led up to the conversation, but there was a time when my grandpa was like, hey, this is going to be your body someday. You got to learn about these things. I was like, oh, you're right. You're right. No shame. No shame when you are dealing with a body that has been around for so many decades. I'm not quite to that point yet. In fact, I could list off a few things. You know what? Maybe I will do that just as an exercise in transparency and vulnerability. I am dealing with aging issues and trying to be at peace with things such as I'm thinning. In fact, I think I'm going to bleach or dye my hair tonight because you can see how thin I'm here right now. And I've been using some, I don't know if you could hear me as I turned away from the microphone, but as my hair gets longer and then the roots come in, there's this like patch of dark in the middle that really, I think, illuminates my thinning back there. So I'm getting a little, that's kind of nagging at me to the point like, I want to fix that, or not fix it, but like minimize it, cut my hair, dye it so it doesn't look so bad. So that's something on my mind as far as an aging thing that I'm processing. I'm also, I've got like a rash, like on the upper butt crack, and it's embarrassing. Like, I was thinking of getting a massage from somebody that I know, and I'm like, I don't really want to get a massage in front of somebody I know and have them go, you got like a rash back here, right? And I didn't have that when I was younger. My skin is losing elasticity, and it's I can see my age in that as well. Of course, the aches and pains. Although I've been doing my physical therapy and I'm able to sleep on my right side, so that's good. Now, this is Love Morning, and we are sharing gratitude. I am just acknowledging some things that are in my head. I wonder if some of that is because I just got broken up with by a younger person. And as I think about, yeah, I think it's a normal thing, as you, yeah. Oh, but I will say, I'm grateful that I think that I am moving through the breakup process. And I think that I am, not fully through it, but I think that there continues to be, but there have been some times when, like, I would kind of get this, like a notification. Oh, I've got a new message. And I would see her name pop up, and I go, ooh, and then I would go, ooh, wait, no, that's not good. And so I've tried, the longer that I have space, the more I'm feeling healed in that space. So I'm super grateful for that. I feel encouraged. I also I'm really grateful for my men's group last night. Grateful for all of the guys' perspectives and holding space for me and giving me a safe space where I was able to articulate some things and recognize that I have some. I think that where I need to be right now is I need to practice being uncomfortable, which I really don't like that as being my goal. But I think that needs to be my goal for me to get to and work through the things that I need to work through. Yeah. Who else has got some gratitude? Hi, Cindy. Thank you for noticing my fireplace. I figured we're gonna have a drizzly week here in San Diego. Norma is saying growing old is mandatory, growing up is optional. That hits home right now, because I have not thread the needle up. Well, no, I have previously. Now I'm in this space of like, I don't know, like I didn't go to Loveburn. I don't really have plans for any other events. I'm not sure exactly what my playfulness, where my play is in this maturing version of myself. Who knows? Oh, happy love moment, Javi. I hope that you are healing and feeling good. I love you. Cindy is grateful that a good friend is coming to stay with her this week. Oh, this weekend. Beautiful. Yay, that's always nice to have connection to look forward to. Steve is here. Good morning. Appreciate you, Steve. Norma is thankful for the return of snow. I saw that movie. Oh, no, that was Return of the Jedi. No, yes. I just can't help but think about Jedi when I think of you, Norma. Good morning, Izzy. Oh, so nice to see you and feel your hugs. Izzy is grateful for being her own boss, so I can rest in bed now to relieve my menstrual pain. Oh, well, congratulations on your fully functioning woman body. That's awesome. Well done, uterus. Boom, wrecked it. I tried to say rocked it and nailed it at the same time, and I said wrecked it. So close. So close. Hey, Terry. Oh, I've been thinking about you. I love you. I've had some struggle times and just not knowing what I wanted to say or who I wanted to say it to, but just knowing you were out there made me feel good. You're one of those people that I know would just hold me no matter what. So thank you, Terry. I love you. Speaking of resting in bed, Izzy, I am grateful. I finally hooked up my Apple Watch that I got for Christmas and set it up to monitor my sleep, because I have not been sleeping well since December. Some of it is because of my shoulder. I've not been able to sleep on my right side, which I normally sleep on. And then I don't know, other things, other habits, maybe occasional too much alcohol or messing with my system, maybe too much stimulants. And mental stuff too. I've just been sleeping, and something biologically happened to me differently in December, so sleep used to be very easy. Now I've been sleeping terribly, but I got 8 hours last night. And part of that was my men's group. We were sharing tips. A lot of people struggle with sleeping, and so people were sharing things that had worked for them. And I used some of it last night. I also have been really having just like a cup and a half of coffee in the morning and nothing else, to see how that helps me, and no alcohol, and that seems to be helping as well. Well, at least it helped last night. it doesn't always help though, which is why it's like, oh man. Good morning, Carolyn. Oh, I'm so glad you enjoyed Love Burn. Happy to hear that. There certainly was a part of me that wished I was there. Absolutely. And wished that I made the effort. And had I known that I was going to get broken up with, I would have probably gone to shake my head loose and be around people and have that feeling of, you're awesome. Then again, maybe that's a bad idea, because what I'm learning through my exploration of my trauma is that I have a need for approval, external approval. I have a need for people pleasing, and being at a Burning Man event, I certainly get approval, and maybe that's not what I need right now. Maybe what I need is to sit with what's wrong with me and learn to love me as is and not need anything external. So maybe it's good that I didn't go. I'm glad that you went. I'm glad it was awesome. I certainly know how good it was. I heard it was hot and there were a lot of bugs. Because if that's the case, I'm maybe good that I didn't go. Those are two of my kryptonites. Painey is grateful for the 2 big diesel motors in your boat. Boom, boom, boom. For a minute, I thought you were talking like in metaphor, but I think you're talking about 2 actual motors. Motoring. Hi, Leslie. Grand Rising. What's Grand Rising? Is that the moon thing? I'm out of touch. And I think I need to delete. I have CoStar on my phone, which is this like pretty fun astrology app. But I added my ex to it, and so I don't know how to remove her, because it tells you like, it was fun to look at the daily things. And I gotta say, like, when I'm talking about this breakup and ex thing, like I have no anger, ill will. I have love and compassion. I recognize why the split is necessary and mandatory and had to happen. Just dealing with the separation of it. I also have other people in my life that are awesome, but that doesn't mean that I'm not still dealing with the void of one of my partners. But what I'm realizing now, because this is a new experience of being broken up with, is that there are these, like, it doesn't do well with my headspace to keep getting these reminders, because there's a part of my brain that sees her face or the name pop up in an app, for example, and I have the old reaction of like, oh, how nice, and then really quickly like, no, it's not nice, and so it's like, and so I'm trying to remove those, like turn off notifications on heartbreak, because I don't want to, like, I want to work through it, but I don't want to be brought to it unnecessarily when I'm in the middle of other things. If you are grateful for something, I would love to hear it. I am grateful that I feel like I am working through and soothing this void and finding peace with this. I'm grateful that I'm finding aspects of growth and learning and lessons from it. I'm grateful that I've been open to new modalities of healing. I'm seeing one therapist more frequently than I have been. I've appointments. I talked to one therapist that I'm not sure it's going to work. I have an appointment to talk to another therapist. I have a acupuncture session today. I've got a healing sound meditation, very crystally edge for me healing thing on Friday scheduled. I feel like I really need to do some things outside of what I've done in the past to work through the trauma response that I have towards failure and rejection and disapproval. Big stuff, man. Big stuff. Whew, I just got a little... I think I can make myself cry if I want to right now. Just saying those words. Whoa! Wow! Whoo! Yeah, this guy is a work in progress. Carolyn's saying it wasn't too hot and the bugs were there, but the fun outweighed it by 1,000,000. Well, 1,000,000 bugs. I tell you, that's equal in my book. I guess it depends on how much you get bit. Like if I'm covered in insect bites, my ability to enjoy things. It's kind of like if you're injured and everything hurts. It's like, ugh. Who else is? It looks like I'm having trouble. Slow bandwidth. If you can hear me, and you've got some gratitude, type a 1, or share something that you're grateful for. Attachment is the root of all suffering. Be one unto yourself. Belong to no one. Belong to everyone. Oh wait, Esther, you wrote something a minute ago. I think I missed. Esther, grateful that the doctor said that my recovery has been so good that I won't need surgery on your shoulder. Boom, boom, boom. Congratulations. Esther is also grateful for time spent with new friends who aren't afraid to be open, even to the point of vulnerability, with us so early in our relationship. This seems rare and special among people my age. Thank you, Rachel. Love you. Thank you, Esther. I'm grateful for this definition of vulnerability is when you share something that could be used to hurt you. You trust somebody with something that could be used to hurt you. And I'm feeling that. And I'm very aware of the difference. I'm pretty comfortable sharing things that seem to be vulnerable to other people. Transparency. I shared earlier about a rash, that I have. Shared about, that's maybe a little vulnerable about aging things that I'm struggling with. But that's different than sharing something that, it would be hurtful if somebody used it against you. Good morning, Faith in North Carolina. Good morning, good morning. What are you grateful for? This is Love Morning. We share things that we're grateful for. We also share, we try to remind each other. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize, did I go live on? Okay, yes. I am live on YouTube, but there's nobody there. Interesting. Sometimes there's people, I know why it says I'm unlisted. Why would it do that? That's, okay, give me a second. Let me just change that because that seems to be problematic. All right. I don't know why. Okay. Carolyn got 8 bites. Well, those are some stupid bugs because they didn't know the prime meal they had in front of them. They must have been distracted by the bright lights and such of Loveburn. We are also practicing thinking about being vessels of love in the world, ambassadors of love, trying to be, how can we on this day look for opportunities to connect, look for ways to be kind, look for things to be grateful for. In San Diego, it's, rain is coming, so it's a little bit hunker down time. It's probably, actually, it's silly for me to say that because most of the world, it's even way more hunker down, or at least most of the country. There's so much snow and things that people are, it's a hunker down time, which is a little bit harder time to be out there and connecting with the world. So maybe it's a day to look for other ways that we can connect with our fellow humans. Maybe there's a text that you can send to somebody, or a phone call or a voice message. Just a little thinking about you to somebody. Faith is grateful for this space and the beautiful souls that move in and out of it. That's a nice thing to say. And I should say that because I am in a little bit of a weird space and I very much realize how much I enjoy this connection time, may go a little longer than normal since I'm in a good headspace right now. Hey, ARAH, hello. Good morning. Who is here at YouTube? Hello. I didn't realize that I had this broadcast set to private for a while. So sorry to hold the door shut. I'm glad that you're here now. We're having a love morning. And it's Thursday, which is, I don't have a lot on my calendar that I'm like looking forward to. I guess I'm just going to play with my parents this weekend, so I'm grateful for that. Rachel says, I'm grateful to me for sharing your vulnerabilities during the aging process. I'm grateful for my smile lines. I'm trying to get more grateful. Some of my lines I'm happy about. I have a resting, like stern face. And so I'm getting this line and this line that I'm not super stoked about. But, overall, I'm pretty happy with my face and the rest of my body too. I heard a little thing today about body neutrality. Instead of body positivity and saying, I love my big butt, you're like, hey, look, I'm stoked to have a body. I'm stoked. I'm just in a functioning human organism. That's good enough. I'll be happy with that. Nothing wrong with that kind of gratitude. You don't have to. Dawn saying hello from sunny, cold Utah with the huge snowstorm yesterday. So is it sunny with a bunch of snow? That sounds like it's a pretty day. I was thinking yesterday that how I don't really like hiking. And I realized, you know what? Here's the reasons why I don't like hiking. In San Diego, I don't know. I don't know. I don't like being hot. So maybe I should be hiking this time of year. I should be hiking in the rain, hiking when it's cold. I'm really I just got a little nervous feeling like, you're going to miss the window. It's going to be summer soon. And it's going to be too hot for you to do stuff. I'm trying to find things that I like to do other than be in front of the computer and on social media. So, I don't know where I was going with that. Frostburn was awesome. Oh, good to hear that. Oh, it was an awesome way to connect to others. Thanks for showing me the way. Oh, I'm so glad you had a good connection time. And hi, Lisa. Good morning. Lisa is grateful for breakfast with Dad this morning. Nice. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I always love hearing about your relationship and your connection and how meaningful it is for both of you. It's so touching and beautiful. And that's part of why we share gratitude, is so that we can feel sympathetic joy from one another. It doesn't matter how your day is going. If you know that there's a fellow beautiful human being out there that's having some joy, it feels good. Or it can. And I think that if you don't feel that joy, then that's something that you can kind of practice and go, wait a minute. We're connected, good people, good stuff. And if you feel, resentment, or you feel, which I do, not resentment, but I'll feel like I'll see a success, yay, and I'm like, why am I not trying harder to do that? I could put some more. It's like, those are two separate things. I can be happy for you, and then I can realize, okay, there's another voice that's now starting to kick myself. So, shh. Dawn suggesting Botox, huh? All right. When everyone asks me how come I look so weird when I smile, I'm going to say, Dawn told me to do this. Thank you, Nick. Lisa's grandmother always said, aging is better than the alternative, and not everyone has the privilege of aging. It's true. And something that, that I've heard a number of people say is that, you'll never be younger than you are right now. In 10 years, you'll look back at what you looked like and how you felt today and be like, why didn't I take advantage of that more? Why wasn't I happier with the way I was? which is a heavy, heavy truth bomb. My mom once told me that, you know, she looks at pictures of herself when she was young and beautiful. She goes, well, I just thought I was so fat, you know. And she wasn't fat, you know. But it's a good thing to remember. Like this moment right here is gonna be, I'm gonna in 10 years go, dude, I could still do a shit ton. Like I was still in my prime sex years back then. Why was I getting so stuck in my head about shit? Why did I get insecure about the way my butt looked? And why did I get so insecure about that little thinning hair spot? I was rocking it. Why did I spend any energy not celebrating how magnificent and functional I was at the time? Even with the pains and aches and all the stuff, it's still, you know. So Dawn suggesting hiking in the shade like the redwood forests. Oh, I like groomed paths. Oh yeah, I don't need. I just want to be in. That's the thing I was gonna say. That like, I don't really like dry hiking. Like a lot of the hikes in San Diego are, unless it's at the beach like Torrey Pines and you can see the ocean. I mean, I guess this time of year that maybe there is some water and some rivers. You got to drive like an hour and a half to get to some of these hikes, and I should do that. As I say that, I'm like, why don't I do that? But you know, when I go travel and I hike in places like Colorado, I'm like, ooh, this is beautiful. Or Wyoming, I'm like, wow, this feels like being in nature. I don't really feel that way when I'm in San Diego hikes. It just feels like brush and dry and I don't feel it. I definitely do not feel it. It's got to be water, I think, for me to feel rejuvenated. I mean, that could be, you know, yeah, I think that's it. That's a big one for me. Interesting. Sarah's feeling sad but grateful for my beloved mom who passed on Tuesday, and enormously grateful for my sisters who have been caring for her while I am far away. Much love to you and your family, Sarah. And grateful that you are a distributor of the ripples of your mother as you go through the world. Dawn saying, before I got Botox on my anger lines, my husband asked, so when you get angry, you don't want to look angry? North Carolina. I should go to North Carolina for some great waterfalls and forests to hike in. That's a good suggestion, Faith. I should do a lot of things, but I really need to, I mean, right now I'm feeling that's a good idea. Although with the roads and stuff, I got to work on my anxiety because I'm like, oh man, airlines have been so frustrating and, you know, not dependable. I'm like, well, I could drive. I'm like, oh, the roads are rainy and snowy and okay, maybe I'll just stay at home. Got to live more, got to risk more, got to get an adventure in there. Where's the young say yes to things me? Anyone else have any gratitude they want to share today? We're passing the 30-minute mark on a love morning, which is, you know, I think a nice time. I don't want to be a ball hog and take up too much of your precious morning with my rambling. I should say that there is a couple new episodes of podcasts. If you are listening to Stay Sparked, there's a good one about self-care tips and conversation on Stay Sparked, which is available on all your podcast channels. And there is the new episode of Hard on the 80s. We talked about the movie Risky Business. And we're trying to figure out what movie we're going to watch next. We were going to watch Stir Crazy, but it's nothing really funny to talk about. I mean, it's a funny movie, but so we got to pick a new movie, a new 80s movie that's got like a cringy one, ideally. Neck is saying, I am grateful everybody who I met. It was an awesome time at Frostburn. Well, maybe you are saying what I need to hear, and I just need to get out to a burn event and remember all the cool people that are out there and be surrounded by like-minded, open-hearted people, which is you, I mean, that's kind of what this is my way to say, hey, let's all get together and remind each other. And so maybe I need to go to events where that's happening on a bigger case, and maybe I need to actually start doing things in the world. Maybe I need to start saying, hey, I'm going to have a gathering, a gratitude, kindness, and connection, physical meeting in a park or something. And just do that on an ongoing basis. I'm so scared. This is going back to my trauma. I'm scared of people not showing up because I've had that happen in the past. And I take it hard because, as I'm learning, because of my trauma response to asking, showing my drawing, hey, look at what I did as a kid, and not getting the approval that I wanted. And so when I say, hey, I'm going to be doing this thing at the park, or hey, I'm doing a coaching thing, or hey, I'm doing a thing, and I don't get people saying, good job, yes, I'll be there. It hurts more than it should. And so I think there's a many-pronged path of me to community work through this, I hope. One is recognizing that is happening. Two is when I have the feeling of this failure feeling that sucks, I hate the feeling, is not to be so afraid of the feeling and just to use tools to work through it, whether it's breathing or tapping or just recognize, going for a run, taking a shower, whatever, just recognizing, oh, okay, I'm having a feeling that I want to run away from, but it's not as, there's nothing actually happening. There's nothing really terrifying happening. And then the other thing is, and then to do work with therapists and actually do some like reprogramming or thawing and, what I'm learning about trying to integration, is that what it is they say? Transformation, trying to have a new story, a new physical experience around the trauma so that I don't have the same trauma response to it. Hi, Catherine Leda. Good to see you. And hello, Alden. And hello, Pierre. Good evening to you. Oh, Alden's going to go see Bernie Sanders in London. Sweet. So we got London. We got Amsterdam. We got Barcelona was here earlier. We had southern Spain. I'm in San Diego. Well, I am super grateful that we got to spend some time together today. I think we're going to end with a hug, and then we will charge into this day as ambassadors of love, collecting this shared vibration and share it with the world. Good morning, Joyous. So wherever you are in this moment, give yourself a squeeze and appreciate this moment. Appreciate exactly where you are, exactly this body, this age. Just grateful that we are existing and alive and connected in this moment. Let's feel that connection between us, sharing our human experience, so much more alike than we are different, as we take a deep breath in and squeeze. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of you, thanks for being here for our gratitude gathering and our love morning. Who is calling me? Spammers. Happy to be sharing this day with you. Enjoy your day. I love you. Or your evening, depending on where you are. Bye, Tommy.